Hello, and
that was awkward. Hello there. Welcome back to Face TV, where we're broadcasting on StarSeries, right?
we are, but it is Face TV.
Yeah. So welcome back to the stream. Nonetheless, we do have G2 and Dignitas. G2 won the first map in the most bizarre of fashions. It was quite a surreal Inferno match, but now we'll be moving on to Cash, which will be quite interesting because again, it should be a strong map for G2. Both teams are playing with stand-ins. If you're just joining us, but well, we've got Muterus in there for Rain. Muterus, a friend of Fox, fellow Portuguese man, and of course instead of tenzki, we have Zonic, who's their coach and the ex-MTW superstar. So from the 1.6 era. Cash, do you have expectations? I'm sure you do.
I'm expecting it's a good map for G2. They're both good maps for G2, Dan.
Yes.
So I'm expecting G2 to win.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Again, it's a map where I think teams can really force their will if they want to play that kind of a style. It's easier than on some maps. Like I would say, Inferno it's harder to do that. But even though G2 are a great Inferno side typically, but they don't have Rain here. Rain's been leading the team, and James brought up, of course, quite rightly so, that previously Rain has stated that he's the in-game leader, but it's only because really he's the guy that likes to do it the least out of everybody. No one wants to lead this team.
Well, he likes
inherently.
He hates doing it the least.
Hates doing it the least. Yeah.
If he liked doing it the least, Dan, I don't think he'd be in-game leader.
There we go.
Or maybe he still would be. Who knows?
So that this is kind of the thing right now, and we saw them, maybe symptomatic of this. In the previous match, they were just doing nuts stuff. They were going crazy. They're going bananas.
They're starting on the CT side again. So one can only imagine they've won both knives, which is never going to be good if you are on the losing side. Dignitas look to be heading towards the A site. Maybe we're going to have a boost. Nope, going straight into main. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of an execute with the smoke from MSL and 3 players moving fast in the connector door. Sorry, the squeaky door. And this is one thing I've mentioned is that when the CT side plays this layout and they've got no one on the site itself, you can run through squeaky, and if someone's playing car like Maikelele, they won't be able to hear you open the door. Needless to say, it's going well for G2 so far. 2 frags coming the way of the CT side already. aizy, Maikelele going to be doing that. aizy taking the lead once again. Fox coming in as well. So Dignitas looking to get wiped out here. They have got a bomb plant, but they won't get a single frag and hardly any damage done either.
Yeah, it was a good retake strategy from G2. They left the A bomb site completely open, and
that knife name is so
and
lame.
aizy was able to pick somebody off as they're going through the door, using the superior range advantage found on the USP against the Glock. And we saw that Maikelele had some set HEs that he was going to throw from that position. He waited for a certain timing after the rush was called. It was all like clockwork there in that strategy for G2. Executed quite well, and they will go for the buy. But we see a couple rifles and P90s because they know that it's very possible that there could be a strong execute here, so they don't want to be buying indirectly. And we'll have the push coming into the bomb site. That is in a bit of trouble. He's not killed anybody, and they're getting quite close. He's running out of ammo. He throws the M4 away, which is quite a fun reaction to Muterus, who can actually pick that up if he wants.
That is an awesome play actually by Maikelele, despite the failure to kill anyone. Maybe he would have been better with the P90. As Jacob's coming in with it, jumping to avoid the headshots as well. It reminds me of something we saw, I think it was at the Major, where I think it was Maikelele and Joakim who were going for a retake, and they were just jumping around every corner towards the bomb site to try and avoid getting headshot, but it was really amusing to see them, because they were almost doing it in synchronization. But there we go. It's like with his dying breath, he throws his M4 to his teammate. Joakim, though, comes in for the cleanup with the P90. Good start here for G2. 10 frags on the board for the team. Just 2 frags for Dignitas so far as they come in for the buy. Although they've managed to get 2 bomb plants with 2 frags down in 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's very true, and that's given them a lot of grenades in this round. But we got full M4 set up from G2. That's actually quite nice. Now, they are going to give up middle, more or less. They've got aizy there. He's going to commit in a committed position. That's kind of one-way smoke.
They actually, the T's actually messed up their smoke execute. If you saw the nade that produced Reese was following, I'll come back to it in a second, but it was meant to go further out into mid, but I think it got stuck in the door. Something I tend to do myself, which is why I recognize it. But I'll mention that at the end of the round maybe, because G2 are getting cut down here. Only Fox and Joakim remain despite that failed smoke. Well, over towards B bomb site.
I mean, that's just how G2 have been playing. They're going for one-on-ones constantly, and they've lost 3 in a row, and now 4 in a row. So that's left them in a position where they cannot possibly win the round. And that's a very fast way for them to get back into the game after losing the pistol. But as you mentioned, it's due to those bomb plants, consistency there. And Jacob's just trying to survive here, run the gauntlet, but he'll be finally eliminated by MSL. And Dignitas, one round already. So this is going to be pretty rough for G2 to get back into the game, because it's going to be a while till they see an AWP, to be honest.
So what they were trying to do there, whoever was trying to push mid, threw the smoke off the right wall in T warehouse, which is supposed to bounce through the door. It's something that it's an execute that Cold0 does as well. He throws it off the kind of the vent essentially, so it falls through into mid. Then you can bounce flashes behind it as you go for a solo mid take, and you can boost teammates up onto the boost position at the same time to push with you. But sometimes the smoke gets stuck in T main, and then you're screwed because you can't push, because there's nothing to protect you. You can throw the pop flash out, but then you can still get taken out. You're completely exposed to Z connector, to white box, both sides of mid, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and G2, after getting pretty much completely reset, decided to go for a force buy. So they're still yet to lose a man. Config's down to 2 HP as well for Dignitas. So there's certainly hope here for G2 to pull something out of the bag to get themselves potentially even the round win, should Dignitas make a false move or err in their take of whatever position they choose. Looks like they're going for a mid take at the moment with 3 players. And G2 are very passive against this, giving up middle, of course, not having really the weapons to effectively, efficiently battle against those ranges. So that is why Dignitas have taken this area. So G2's just waiting patiently. Now someone will be spotted this. Dignitas open up the path to the B bomb site now, and the split comes in.
Well, they still need to cross, but again, they're not up against much. Muterus gonna take out Zonic before he can push C2 spawn, pick up the AK, and escape somehow. Nicely done by him. Maikelele gets a deagle shot through the wall as well, so we're down to 3 versus 3 here. 1 player on the site for Dignitas, and 2 holding the vent position where one would presume to be planted for. Indeed it has. G2 continuing to push. The AK's been taken out of Muterus' hands now, and aizy remains, but not for long. He will go down as well. Dignitas surviving with 3 players. Moving on to 2-2.
And G2 have to go for the full eco here. I mean, Fox can maybe buy something small, but he wants to make sure he can get everything in the next round, so that he has, including the AWP. So it's going to be a situation where Dignitas can get some pretty huge momentum, and they've kept Mac 10 onto Config. So Config can be the guy with the clipboard, playing the fact-finding game, just looking for all the information as to where the CTs are actually hiding. If they've decided to put 5 on a bomb site or something as stacked, then he can hopefully, for the Team Dignitas side, he can find that out for them. And should he die, he's fairly expendable, and he can run and shoot pretty accurately. So Mac 10 is a great throwaway at a very cheap price. Of course, less than half the cost of an AK-47.
Well, Team Dignitas have a minute on the clock here to play with. Oh, that nade. Fox down to 1 HP elsewhere. Muterus lucky to be alive. Dignitas starting to emerge, although the way they're positioned, you would expect the bomb to go towards A, as they haven't done much investigation towards B. You can see MSL just asking questions in the vent, but still they have no idea if it's A or B. 45 seconds left, so they're pretty much going to have to gamble at this point unless RUBINO finds some information when he opens this door. You can see Maikelele's position. But again, someone needs to go and collect the bomb as well. Now you can see Zonic starting to head towards B, so they could make the right decision after all, and it seems they will, as they're going to see a lot of action here towards A.
Yeah, it's quite a cool play from G2 actually, because what they did was they actually showed presence all over the map, which is why Fox got tagged down to 1 HP early on, and they got showed presence in middle before then everybody rotating towards A. So kind of telling Dignitas, hey, we haven't really stacked any bomb site. Look, we're all over the place. When in reality, they were trying to then, encourage Dignitas to kind of gamble more lightly into a site. Because if you haven't seen any players, you're on high alert thinking, okay, there's probably a stack. But they would have been able to remove that sort of mindset from Dignitas. So it didn't work out in the end, but quite a cool little idea. And so now G2 are going to have to buy. And Fox, who's been saving, he's been putting all the pennies. He's broken the piggy bank, taken all the pennies, put them in the bank, and he's finally got that AWP out.
I don't think they have pennies in Portugal. Maybe cents.
Cents. It's all the same.
The shillings, Dan.
Indeed.
Gonna go for the counter flash. Has support from jkaem as per usual. Gonna miss the first shot though. Double Molotovs coming in, and Fox is gonna have a long path and the flames will be too many, too great. Two-man spray down for jkaem. We've seen him do 4 here before, but 2 will be all she wrote. aizy coming in just at the right time, so they held the T's for long enough, and he's in control of the bomb as well, with the man advantage for G2. You can see them repositioning over towards B. Can just concentrate on all the openings towards the site itself, but Maikelele has gone all the way towards A. I'm trying to figure out why. If he's expecting some kind of rotation, he can flank. But he has left his teammates alone now, 2 versus 2. aizy being forced from behind the box by the Molotov of Kjaerbye. And now Maikelele will rotate back to CT spawn.
And MUTORIS is in a great position though. On the bomb side, he could get a fast one-on-one. Unbeknownst to RUBINO, a sudden peek from MUTORIS. There you go, the finishing blows from Maikelele will end the round in favour of G2 as they regain control of the match. Potentially, the money on Dignitas is quite great, so it's going to be a while until they eco. So G2 are going to have to win another couple rounds, pending Dignitas not getting a bomb plant in those 2 rounds, before an eco is going to be coming into play from Dignitas. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle. No quarter given from Dignitas for the time being. Fox doing the usual position where you would expect him to be looking. He's going to be running really forwards here. This could be very painful. There's a lot of players there. He has no idea. He's in the smoke as well, falling back out of position. If they move quickly, he could be the victim of something quite savage.
Yep, so going to be a 2-pronged assault now from both sides. If they choose... Ooh, are they going to go into mid, actually? There are 2 CTs waiting for them, but are they going to make the right decision here? Moving into mid, having a look now. There is a player towards Sandbag, which MSL might find, but he's going to get saved by his teammate. 2 frags for the CTs in mid. Bomb down as well. Dignitas fighting for control once again.
This is a pretty sick mid-take strategy, but it's down to a 2-on-2 now as after all is said and all is done. Bomb is going to be reclaimed in the middle. Oh, Fox misses a shot. He definitely should have been hitting there, and that's going to put things into a new light as now G2 will be struggling. Had they just made that frag, it'd be a little bit easier. Config has taken down Maikelele. Fox, he needs to get something done here, but he knows there could be a player who could backstab him at any moment. He's going to hit the shot there straight into the shoulder of RUBINO as he now needs to go rotate to retake and defuse this bomb site.
Bomb's been planted for short, which is a pretty exposed position. You can see Config taking the high ground. So Fox can expect someone to maybe be on the site, maybe be above him. Squeaky door is closed, but main is possible as well. Fox is making the right play here, but he needs to find the right angle. And there it is. He's going to find Config in the corner and take the round for his team. The Clutch Master takes another one for G2.
Yeah, it's pretty smart there from Fox. He's probably seen that plant spot many times in this kind of situation and realizes that one of the more dangerous positions that's more alluring when the team knows he's got some time is that position there, just crouching there, because he's got a very fast peek onto the bomb itself, and if the CT goes for a wide peek in towards the door or the main area, he's going to get an easy kill without ever revealing himself. So pretty savage position, but Fox is too smart, it would seem.
So that flash you see bounces at an angle, about a 45-degree angle, which is great to flash AWPers, but Fox will not be warned off for long. Again, jkaem still in a position to help should it be necessary. Although you can see G2 lacking nades here. Fox is the only man with a defuse kit as well. Maikelele finding a nice angle onto Config there. MSL looking to get revenge, but nothing doing just yet.
And lots of battling now towards the safe site, and MSL will take down Maikelele finally, allowing them to push in Dignitas. They are going to be trying to find the bomb plant at this point, but MUTORIS is close with the FAMAS. He could play a very sneaky move here. This is going to be big if he gets the first frag, and there it is, and MUTORIS is going ham for the second one. And can he get it there over the top? He'll find it, but there's one more player by quad, and MUTORIS will swap out for the AK and hunt the last one down, but he's not successful. RUBINO once again looking pretty clutch in these moments at the end of these rounds. Against jkaem now, and it's going to be jkaem, the superior Norwegian in this situation, executing his previous teammates in RUBINO.
So G2 extend their lead to 2 rounds. Still early days in this map of Cash. Running for the AWP, picking up the AWP. There was a defuse kit actually he could have picked up as well, so he's lost himself $400 there. Tut tut. But they've got the round, that's what counts at the end of the day when the day has ended. So G2 will see if they're going to have more nades in the bank this time. Again, it's still a difficult buy for them. You can see Maikelele, MUTORIS and Fox next to nothing in terms of inventory.
Absolutely. It's going to be a situation where Fox might decide to start getting aggressive. I know that he loves to do that when he's kind of unexpected, But in fact, it was a bit of an A main poke from G2. That was the aggression they looked for in this round. They didn't set anybody up there. You can see aizy's by 4/5 instead. Great positioning found by both players, aizy and Maikelele, as they take the frag onto RUBINO. Fox picks up the pick onto B storage, and now Dignitas are not left with any options. They've got to play 3 players into a bomb site. That's all that they have right now in their playbook.
So Dignitas are getting wrecked through the smoke at the moment. MSL and Kjaerbye remain versus 4. Jewel being lost on the site there, so there's a plant opportunity. Now that smoke's gone down, but Kjaerbye needs to make it out of the door and through the smoke as well. That nade is going to be money. Musa is going to be leaving the building. So 1 versus 2. There's been enough time for the CTs to rotate, and he will know that. Could consider going for a B plate if he wanted to, but he's looking for the Jewel while he can, trying to get a 1 versus 1, but you can see the CTs taking the high ground as well. jkaem goes, not going to make it, and Fox is going to get taken down. Kjaerbye to clutch for his team, and that's going to be expensive for the CTs. Again, you saw them buying within an inch of their economy every round there, and now they've been broken.
Yeah, a sick clutch from Kjaerbye. It's the kind of stuff you expect from this guy. This kid, he's the youngest player on the team. He's the up-and-coming superstar. Potentially, that's what we are still looking for. We're still looking for that one sick tournament out of Kjaerbye. Flashes of greatness so far is all that we've seen now, and that was one of them. As we look for a force buy here from G2, this could be interesting. There are the first couple of frags from G2. This is dangerous right now for Dignitas, but RUBINO is going to clean up. He's got the vacuum cleaner out there towards the bomb site, and he is sucking them all up at this point. And it's looking pretty interesting still, though, for Dignitas, because the config is very low. aizy's found an AK-47. He's bearing down onto the bomb site now. Ooh, first engagement, but can't find the kill. Can Maikelele hit the 2 meat shots?
Yeah, he only needs 2, and they don't need to be headshots, but no more connections for him, and he's going to slide down. Lots of splinters. That's not very nice.
Ace there for RUBINO. This guy is playing quite well today for Team Dignitas. I think he top fragged on the last map as well for Dignitas. And he's proving that he shouldn't be the guy left out of these these teams, because every time a Norwegian team gets gutted that he's on, you know, it's always Rain or jkaem and players like this that go elsewhere.
And he's like, guys?
Yeah,
guys?
Exactly.
Guys? Oh, bit of a pop flash there. I like to throw a running pop flash off the bricks because it pops behind you just as you go inside. So either they have to run away, or run behind the wall, or be blind then. Wow, the 180 no scope there from MSL. He's going to get a nice frag onto an ecoing G2, who seem to be trying to make a read based on that frag. Config taking down aizy towards B, and you'll see the remaining CTs rotate. Not much going on here, apart from kill onto the bomb carrier, actually. Musa is trying to get close to the gun, but he's not going to be able to pick it up in time, and he will fall slowly to his death.
I love that double peek from the 2 Ts there. Like, one guy's engaging the CT, and then his teammate runs in literally right in front of him and crouches in front of him to steal the frag. That's just like that's hilarious. Borderline BM James. I wouldn't do that for frags. Stealing frags.
Well, looks like we might have a fast play towards B to try and break the CTs again on their buy. Unable to get into the vents in time, and that's going to be an open B bomb site. So far, so good for Dignitas. Giving G2 a taste of their own medicine. That's what they did in the last round of Inferno, and it's working for Dignitas. This could give them an opportunity to get a great lead in the first half here.
Yeah, again, it's an interesting one. It's hard to predict because G2, even if they lose this this CT side, maybe only on 5 rounds, and 10 to Dignitas, I still cannot predict what will happen in the second half, because G2 have so much individual skill that it might even be way easier for them to play the T side than the CT side at this rate without the calling, or you know, maybe the lack of calling will really hurt them. It's very hard to actually say right now on this map. With the stand-in as well, let's not forget. Although Muteris is doing a good job so far. But G2, they have themselves a full arsenal of weapons to contend with. And they themselves are quite limited. Look at this battle here between the Deagle and the Orb.
Still going for it as well.
Orb wins.
So G2 having a number of ecos or force buys in this half so far, and there aren't many rounds left actually, so they may be in with a disappointing scoreline ahead. A site firmly in control of Dignitas now. Fox getting taken down towards the car. So Jake is the last man standing. We'll see if he opts to save here. He's got Kevlar and a 5-7, so he's got a bit of money in the bank. But he will go down as well. I don't think he was playing hopscotch towards the B bomb site there, but he didn't win that.
No, he did not. And it's going to be double up for G2 now in this round as the approach. It's a different one. It's a mix-up. And there's no kits or grenades at all on these two oppers. They do have armor and Kevlar at the very least, but G2 gonna have to. They will have to. Yeah. Blah, blah. Words, James. Words are hard. But G2 shots are also hard. They're gonna have to hit those shots of the ops to make this round work out for themselves. As we have one of the two oppers, Maikelele, playing in quad. And we'll have to see whether or not he's going to get the frag, and he will actually find that angle. Good job there by Maikelele. He's going to fall back a little bit, change the position as a responsible sniper.
Well, well, well. Things slowing down for the Dignitas side here. They realise that change is afoot on the CT side. RUBINO with the fast smoke on towards the quad position to close off the angles and allow them to try to charge the AWPer. Myrbostad though is going to try and mount the defense here. Two-man spray down for him. The bomb goes down as well. RUBINO is all alone versus 4. Taking down Myrbostad now. aizy's coming in the same position. Going to get headshot by RUBINO, who's causing all kinds of trouble for G2 on this map. Now there is a bit of a crossfire coming in for the CTs, but is RUBINO going to find any more headshots?
He's in the zone right now, this guy. He's just doing monstrous stuff at the moment. He's going to try to bait one of the players out. What a shot there onto jkaem. Fox is going to take down RUBINO, but he was so alive for that quad clutch. And you can see jkaem's just like, what was that? He's complimenting.
Look at the
RUBINO
damage
there.
he's done to the economy of the CTs as well.
Yeah,
again, that's not the first round they've won with only one player surviving. So if they lose this run, they're going to get wrecked. Well, it's the last round actually, so never mind. So going into the last round, they've got a P90 and a Mag 7 versus 5 AKs. Loads of Molotovs, flashes, smokes as well for Dignitas.
Absolutely. So the push looks to be brimming by, or over to the B-bomb side here. We've got jkaem, oh, he's got the Mag 7, he's by the crate. They haven't spotted him, the flash is pretty good, but he doesn't connect anything, and the whole config's right around the side there. He is going to sweep the leg of Fox. Myrbostad is going to hit the ground as well, as Maikelele also on the deck. Not a single G2 player is left vertical after about 20 seconds in that round.
I am wondering how many kills RUBINO has here, because he has been all
25?
over G2.
Is that 25 or something ridiculous?
I'm going to say 17.
23.
Okay.
Did you say 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, says, okay, never mind. Yeah, 23 is ridiculous for 15 rounds. That's kind of nuts.
That's a lot. 23 for 7. It's like he's playing matchmaking, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that he is saving this team. There's been so many situations where he's managed to make the clutch, as you rightly said, where you know things were looking better and better for G2. They're getting money, and then in this round they don't even have anything to buy with. It's just completely atrocious in that sense. So he's done everything he needs to do to help Dignitas win this match. But 6 rounds is not too horrendous for G2. You know, they can definitely get at the very least 9 themselves on this half. Again, it's gonna be very interesting to see what their T-side calls are, because if you recall Inferno, they were bonkers.
Well, it's the pistol. G2 moving quickly towards the A site with 4 people. There's a lurker in mid. MSL there to get the first frag and the information for his team. The frags are going the way of Dignitas now. 4 versus 2 here. Maikelele and jkaem remain. jkaem's in a nasty spot, but he's got an opportunity to get out there. Maikelele catching up now, but the headshots are going to be too great. Dignitas off to a great start. This puts him in a strong position to take the map. 10-6.
Yeah, it's looking insane for them at this point in time. Now G2, of course, they can always just win this force buy and be put into a better position. So you know, the danger is far from over at this point. They're not out of the woods yet. Oh, Dignitas, can they survive the Tech 9 armor rush with the single smoke?
Well, let's see. They've got 3 people in mid now. Dignitas looking to stop any push from G2, and G2 have the double boost in play. Maikelele just looking for the angle. We'll see how long G2 choose to wait and when they'll start to move and where. They have a smoke onto Myrbostad, and that's about it. So you have to wonder if he's going to throw that towards quad or something. jkaem knows open up the A site for the team. They need to move quickly because the CTs are starting to rotate, although there are still 2 CTs towards B. Don't know what's going on. Kjærbye's gone down as well. Are G2 going to break the CTs here? Down goes RUBINO, and they've all had M4s and so on. G2 got the force, so they've got the armor behind these M4s now, and Dignitas are in a horrible situation where they have to pretty much try and save whatever they have left.
Oh, the Dignitas spray down is so important. Config needs to get both these kills, and he's going to do that, just that, as he will be able to remove the weapons from those players. But still 3 left alive. Can they hunt down and disable Config there? Looks like they will do it. 3 players left alive. Can Maikelele find a weapon of some kind? No, he's nowhere near a position to be able to do that. So those 2 kills from Config will end up being enormous, because I think it was 2 rifles that could have been picked up, and if they killed Config, Maikelele would have felt probably more confident to actually push out and grab a weapon as well. So that's going to change things a little bit. But we will have the force buy right back from Team Dignitas. It's the smart play to make, as you can of course reset your opponents immediately, even though it's a low percentage play. And well, jkaem's going to be in with the first frag there towards the storage area, as it looks like G2 are going to lay waste to their CT opposition on this map. Of Cash, RUBINO's last man standing, but only 4 HP for him.
Just when you thought it was over, never count out G2. 4 versus 1, RUBINO 4 HP. His journey in this round has come to a close, unless he is hunted by the hounds of international justice, Dan. They're like the Thunderbirds.
But canines?
But they're terrorists.
Oh.
Because they're on a terrorist side. So I guess they're not like Thunderbirds, Dan. At all. I guess they're more like the Mysterons than Captain Scarlet, Dan.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Mysterons. Captain Scarlet, jeez. You're old.
I am.
You're so old.
But I'm still gorgeous.
How much older are you than me again? You're 13?
How old are you?
I'm 27.
I'm not 27, Dan.
Gonna leave it a mystery.
I was once.
When was that?
That's 5 years ago, Dan.
Nice. Alright then, so RUBINO on 27, Zonic on 3. Zonic not used to playing, I would imagine. Although I don't know, how much Zonic plays. He is the coach of the team, so it's hard to say how much he actually plays the game these days.
G2 still looking for a coach. Apparently they were I think Ruben said he was maybe approached or something, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, G2 are going to lose jkaem, but the CT numbers are going to be worse, so they are not winning this war. Sonic has picked up an AK, however, but there's only 2 of them left, so everyone's just dying, Dan, and the B-bomb site's open.
Yeah, this is kind of weird, because if we check G2's money really quick, okay, so they don't really want to go and lose these AKs.
I want to see somebody pre-fire that position through the door, above the box, when people are saving, because that's becoming more common on Cash, that they boost someone up there.
Yeah, this is an awkward one. I mean, G2 want to hold on to their AKs. I mean, Dignitas will buy next round regardless, as well. So you could argue that, it's not going to impact the next round directly, but it will impact future rounds, and Dignitas' ability to buy on future rounds. Clearly goes nuts.
He's doing the 1.6 aimbot,
the spin bot,
where the crosshair used to shake all the time. Used to wobble.
Do you remember the spin bot?
I do, yeah.
That was funny.
I do. I remember the spin bot
blatant bot.
always getting shot through double doors on Dust 2.
Yeah. Well, the verse was the speed hack, where people would just have a knife and just knife the entire team almost immediately. Anyway, enough of that. So we have the next round kicking off here. It's 9-10, so G2 are definitely climbing back, but it could all be put to a stop in this round if Dignitas are able to resist the attempts to take the bomb sites here. It looks like there's a lot of pressure towards A, actually, as G2 have only 1 man who's kind of playing lurker mode in the B bomb sites, or towards the B bomb site at least, in B storage. And we have a push in the squeaky door by Zonic. What's he going to find?
Well, he's gone back and he's closed the door to try to not give the game away, but based on jkaem's position, one would expect that G2 would have heard the door open, which is what they probably would have presumed. So they should be weary of the area, and you can see Maikelele is on the hunt there, looking exactly for Zonic, but he's still not going to get the frag. Zonic's kills will go up 33.33%. Okay,
so we have a situation for G2 where they need to be thinking about actually getting into a site now. Or middle or something. They need to get some kind of map control going for themselves. Mutualist, that's not how you want to do it, just by yourself, alone. That's not how we do things. We have friends to help us in life, James. You don't have to be alone. Will find himself a quick pick there onto RUBINO as he runs across there.
Ooh.
And some damage there. And the distraction is running havoc here onto the bomb site. It's all about the distraction in the game of Counter-Strike. And in this round, G2 have played it perfectly. opening up every single angle, and then aizy will finish off the remaining player in config. Now Dignitas are now down to a 10-10 scoreline. They no longer have a lead.
Seems the AKs were what G2 needed for these duels, Dan. Maybe they should pick the T side sometimes. Like Fnatic did at the Face It season finale.
Yeah.
On the last map.
Yeah, well they've been doing that in a lot of online matches too. But yeah, I think that could work out for G2, but if they need rain back. They need themselves some rain.
Purple rain. Well, Dignitas gone for a bit of a force here. Not working out so far. Man, disadvantage. Both sides lost essentially. They are heading towards the A sites as well, so aizy's maybe running distraction. And Kjaerbye will take him down. So they'll pick up a weapon over there. But B is currently secure. RUBINO and Zonic will see if they choose to save their armor for the next round, or if they will try and play for exit, or if they'll go for a bit of a cheeky push. RUBINO runs in, maybe looking to steal a weapon, but there was nothing to grab, it seems, as he is going to change up his position. Looks like Dignitas is going to try and pick up the weapons on the exit frags here.
Yeah, I mean, G2 done well to quickly take this one away from Dignitas, but it's always going to help if Dignitas can save some added weapons, considering that they have Kevlars as well.
He's going in there with a knife.
Yeah, interesting decision. Kjærbye looking to find himself some frags here, but oh, he gets slapped down!
I don't know why he suicided with the AK.
Yeah, it's very odd. I mean, you
look
would
at the money on a T's. Like, what is his objective there?
I mean, you would have at least expected him to have the AK out and to try to make some frags, but
what was the objective of that? I don't understand.
Because if they're any closer than what he can see, they're going to die from the explosion. So. And
the thing is, the way he threw his smoke was to kind of encourage him to go in his direction. So I am curious as to what the purpose was when he was the one of the three who had a gun. RUBINO comes through the vent with his knife in his hand. I don't know.
Knife.
I think he had a CZ though, so in fairness, it's a long ass reload time.
Boom. First kill going the way of Zonic. And tagged down a little bit, but aizy's been quite important actually in opening up the rounds when G2 have either lost a man early or they've been needing someone to make an entry. aizy's been consistently delivering in that sense. So we could see Dignitas with a bit of an advantage going into this one. However, it will quickly be given up. One player down as MSL by Vent Room will enable G2 to push into B, but they have a lot of time. They don't have to commit to this. But it looks like they are doing just that. 2 versus 4 now. In favor of Dignitas, they're doing a good job defending this site. Interesting. I feel like the push was a little bit premature there because there was a lot of chaos when they were trying to push in, a lot of nades, and they were taking it a little bit too slowly as well. So there was a full rotation already waiting for them pretty much.
Well, they did have money in the bank, so they will be back on the buy. Let's see if they can break Dignitas here. Dignitas finally winning a round. If they were to lose this one, then it would not be great for them at all. Config being forced to move back to the headshot area following that flash, the same flash that they were serving to G2. G2 will look to take aggressive positions, not really lurking towards B, and there we go. Config gets taken down. There is a player in the vent though. That's RUBINO no less, and he has had all the frags for his team so far.
Indeed. Oh, jkaem straight in there once again, and we're going to see whether they can just get a clean bomb plant here. Looks like it's going to happen. aizy's picking up another kill. This guy opening up the bomb site so easily by himself. Now Kjærbye will be coming in for the flank, and oh, the no scope, or quick scope rather, from Maikelele will not connect. There is a frag, so if Ruben can get himself his clutch action back in shape for this second half, should be doable here potentially for Dignitas, but Kjærbye's kind of far away. He's going to go down, and even though Ruben gets his kill, with that duel lost by Kjærbye, there is no chance in winning this situation. So Dignitas will lose a round, and they'll get reset on the economy again.
Yeah, and RUBINO, I was going to say, needs to desperately save that gun, but aizy has other ideas. And yeah, Dignitas, things getting a little bit scary for them. They can buy on the next round, I believe. But this one should be a free round for G2, moving 3 rounds away to the 2-0. So we'll see if Dignitas can bring it back. They won't be too far away, only 2 rounds. Lots of 2s here.
So we got Fox with the first kill there onto config. And of course, Dignitas don't have anything here, so the kills should come quite quite easily, quite quickly for the T side. A nice little transfer from one player to the next from Fox. He's going to find himself a quick 3k as the rest of his teammates will clean up the last player. The remainder in Zonic for Dignitas. So moving into the next round now, Dignitas are going to have to be thinking, okay, do we get, like how do we play this buy situation? Do we go for some early aggression on A main or B storage? How do we work this out?
RUBINO's on 33 kills.
Let's not forget he was on something like 24, 25 on the last half. So his killing
bananas.
His killing has slowed down much on this second half.
Oh, Maikelele going for some Chris J-esque frags, getting close, but not quite hitting the mark there. So RUBINO's going to be in the mid area. MSL quickly into the vent via mid. Double stack over towards A as well. With one player playing B with potential support there from MSL. So re-smoke coming in. G2 very spread out at the moment. There have been some aggressive plays from Dignitas. We saw Zonic in Squeaky Door in the previous round, and they'll finally take down aizy, who's been definitely a thorn in the side here for the CT side. So that's a good start.
Yeah, it is. That said, actually, I think RUBINO has got one frag every single round in the second half. That's still pretty good, actually. That's everything said. After all is said and done. Now Fox looking to get himself in. Boom! Nice little pre-fire there, pretty much on MSL. As he expected that position, and RUBINO in with a frag as well. Trading back on to Fox in middle. Now the push comes into the A bomb site for G2. They're looking for these entries. It's a little bit more difficult than they would have liked. 2 versus 3 for them, as they still have yet to get the bomb site. They have not committed just yet. They can go back if they want. They do have 30 seconds, so they have to sprint all the way. So okay, maybe it's not the best idea after all, as they try to make it happen. And Maikelele just jumping in there. Oh, what a shot straight in the face of Zonic. Now he's got 2 players to find, and there you go. Kjærbye will catch him in the back, and that'll be a 13-12 scoreline. So Dignitas will win one, but they're in dire straits on the money. If they lose this round, they're basically out of the match. Yeah,
and again, you can see G2 still have the money in the bank to go for another buy, a straight up buy. 5AK is going to go for that versatility. Try and move around there and not be bogged down by an AWP in a situation. So Maikelele quickly out mid. Z connector has been smoked as well. Nobody's going to get to the white box fast enough. Looks like it's going to be a B split very fast indeed. And Dignitas are in a lot of trouble here. They've got a man advantage due to T's. Meter is heavily tagged. So it's still possible for Dignitas, and they need to make it work, because otherwise they are going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and Zonic is kind of cut off of his teammate right now because Kjærbye had to reposition because of the flames. So in goes Zonic, and he gets caught in the back, or well, the beneath. He gets caught beneath by Kjærbye's going to go down. First player is found. Such an important round for Dignitas, but Kjærbye does not like his chances. He's saying, you know what, I'm just going to give this one up.
No kit.
But if we look at the money right now, it's going to be $1,400 for Dignitas all around. And that is going to mean that they're on $2K or $2,300 at most, and less, apart from actually Kjærbye who's saved.
I think if he has a kit, he goes for it, but he knows that
there's no kit, yeah, that's a good point.
He can't kill them both and defuse the bomb.
Yeah, it's a really bad look here. They really need to save one, to be honest, to get a decent buy or an okay buy, but they can't really afford to do that, it would seem, in this situation. Already 14 rounds for G2, just 2 more to close out the series. So Dignitas on the brink of destruction. How do they pull themselves out from the abyss?
Well, we'll see if they can do it. Fast play from G2 coming in, charging with the guns. Kjærbye with 2 frags there. Actually, Muteris's job is going to be to open up the A site, and all of a sudden it's 3 versus 1. I don't know what just happened, but everyone, well, half the people are dead, and Config finds himself alone with a 5-7. Just holding an angle towards the car. No kit either. There must be a weapon for him to pick up somewhere, surely. I think a lot of these weapons, though, are on the A site itself. Just firing some cursory shots there towards the mid area. Now moving towards the car, but maybe he has been red. Ooh, Muta's going to get shot straight in the face, but aizy's here with a flank. Another headshot for him. Very fast with those is aizy. And G2 move on to match points.
They do indeed. They're looking quite good at the moment, and Dignitas just have to force buy and pray for the best, but this is a worse buy than the previous round, so their expectations should be worse as well. Despite RUBINO beasting in this match, 34 kills. RUBINO's been godlike.
It's a little bit awkward.
Yeah, he's been so good, but again, there are standards on the team. You can see Zonic has been struggling in comparison with Muterus. And we've got the push into A main coming in from Dignitas. They're looking for the frags, but so far they are the only ones to be fragged in this scenario, as the bomb site of A is well and truly under control of G2. They plant their multicolored flag in there. Their multi-nation flag. However, MSL is still alive and kicking. He's going to try to make it happen, but there you go. aizy will silence him. He's finished off, and so is the series. We have G2 as the victors of this encounter. No third map is required, and they did a hell of a job, I suppose, under the circumstances. Or you could say that for both teams. Stand-ins, never ideal.
Yeah, I think that's an expected result, definitely, for G2. And Dignitas, I think they're a team where currently with all the roster changes, you don't really know where they stand anymore. So maybe we'll find out. I mean, again, they didn't have their full roster today. Sometimes people have bad games as well, so I wouldn't look at that kill score too much. But there we go. An expected score, the way we expected it to go, and we'll see what Dignitas will become as the months continue.
Yeah, and our next match is going to be another Dignitas match, but they will be playing against TSM instead. And that's going to be quite tough if they're stuck on a stand-in still, because TSM are going to be, I would expect, stronger, and with probably, well, to our knowledge, currently...
I hope they'd be stronger.
Currently, we don't understand if they're playing... Well, we should imagine that they are playing with their full team as well. So under that assumption, it should in theory be quite significantly worse for Dignitas. But we'll have to find out in about an hour's time. We'll be going live for that match, so we'll see you for that.